Hey guys, got a short video for you here today, just to kind of do an intro to the pot calls for turkeys. These calls, if you are in the market for them, you will see all different kinds. These things, like any other call, take plenty of practice to get used to, but there are a few kind of tools of the trade or tips that can help you out, and that is to find a material that works for you, because a lot of times your climate in the area that you're hunting can affect the call. Like, I know here in PA I mainly use a glass call and an aluminum call. I do have slate. I don't really use it that much just because it just never seems to produce the right kind of sound that I'm looking for to call in that gobbler. Now the glass call gives a very wide range of volume. It is a very easy call to work. And then the aluminum call, that one is a weatherproof call. I've used this out in the rain, hunting in the spring. Sometimes in the fall I get caught in some rain, but this call always pulls through. If the surface gets wet, the striker will still work and it will still produce a very good sound. The glass call, and even slate too, or if you find ceramics, once they get wet, they do not want to produce the sound that you're looking for. Honestly, if they produce any sound at all. Here, later in this video, we will show the volume sounds between the two, and that's about it on these two calls. I'm gonna do another video maybe later this week, maybe in the next week, or if you guys comment and want to know more on how to produce the actual calls, like how to produce each individual sound. You got the yelp, you got the purr, the tree call, cutting, cackle, all that kind of stuff. You just have to, they all take a lot to learn. So we're gonna get to it. Now on the surface of these, let me see if I can get my camera to focus on that. You're gonna see all these different marks on it. Now when you mark up these, they typically give you sandpaper with all your calls. Now you rough up the surface where you're gonna call at, and a tip that I found out from my grandpa is the different positions on the call that produce different sounds. If you go here on the outer ring, whether the whole way around or just the top like I do, they will produce a slightly different tone for different age birds. Like you want a crisp high note for a young hen and maybe a raspy lower note for a mature hen. So whenever you rough these up, most people just rough up the whole thing. You want to keep it to those two areas, the outside or the center, and base that on how you're going to use it. These calls are really good for when you're down in your position, you have the gun on your knee ready to go. These calls are really nice because the gun can be right there. You can still call without having any issues. But the purpose to doing, or the benefit when you do the sanding, is to only sand in basically two directions. Don't make a big circle or anything like that. What I found out to be best is, like on my calls, I only go side to side. I don't swirl it. I don't do up and down, because when you call, you're gonna go perpendicular to that. And that's when you're gonna get the tip of the striker is gonna wanna grip those individual fine channels that the sanding does. And that goes vice versa for the glass call. So, that's a quick tip. And the other one too is, if you ever notice that the tip of your striker doesn't seem to be catching, take your sandpaper, don't do it hard or you'll really rub the tip, especially on these, the Nightingales. They actually have a special tip on them instead of just like a wooden round tip like some other strikers. Don't rough it up too much or you'll wear down the striker to where you won't have anything left after a couple years or months, depending on how often you do it. So we're going to go to the next part of this and show the different sounds between the two and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, those are the sounds that you get out of both of these calls. Sorry I didn't go into depth on the specific calls. Then again, a lot of people some people that might watch this are hunters. They know what the calls sound like. They know what's a yelp, what's a cluck, purr, all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do now is just wrap up this video. If you guys like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any other videos like how-tos of stuff like this, like your box calls, your diaphragms, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to know. I'm hoping to get another video out here later this week. I'll go more in depth on the calls themselves, like how to strike the surface to make a purr, how to do a yelp, and all those other sort of things. All right, guys. Hope you liked the video, and don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. See you guys. All right, another quick little ending to this. Just if you want any sort of proof that friction calls work, that is all my grandfather uses, and he always gets lucky. These are what I'm going to show you. These are his trophies from Iowa. This has been, I want to say, maybe 7 years now. He's been going to Iowa for all this stuff. Look at these turkeys. All of them are long beards. I mean, he's got the one down here, this lower beard. It is blonde. It's black and blonde. He's got a double beard up there on the top. Got all these ones over here. I think he's going for a grand slam here with turkeys. But these are all taken out in Iowa. Here's your proof on friction calls or pot call, whatever you want to call them. That's it.